Perkins up front. Perkins, of course, the free agent who came from Dallas. Divac at the center, Scott and Johnson at guards. Pippen and Grant up front there, the athletes for the Bulls, with Cartwright, the post-up scorer for the Chicago Bulls at center, Michael Jordan and John Paxson, the point guard, to start this game tonight. The officials in tonight's game, Paul Mahalik, Bernie Fryer, and Ted Bernhardt. And we're ready to get underway from Chicago Stadium. 18,000 plus, standing room only. Once again, I was at the Bulls office today when the receptionist said, yes, sir, we have a couple of tickets available in a game in March. Obstructed view and standing up on the top row in the second balcony.
Well, at least they didn't ask for your money to tell you that you were going to be in the standing room only, that 2,500 or 3,000 that they hide in this building.
They've got them along the top balcony right now. It's the Lakers and the Bulls. Lakers have not won in this building since 1987. They've lost the last 3 times they came in here to Chicago, but a lot of teams have faced that problem.
When the Bulls are at their best in their half-court offense, they move the ball quickly. They do not break down and go one-on-one. A lot of ball movement equals good shots.
Jordan tried to hit a flashing Horace Grant down the middle with his high-tech, high-fashion goggles on. Horace Grant, number 54. And the Bulls turn it over, and the Lakers with Magic Johnson running the show as usual.
Here you have a post-up on the baseline for Perkins.
Tough to stop down there, the 7-footer, but Grant does a good job. Pippen with the air ball.
The premium will be on the Lakers getting back quickly tonight.
Pippen from 18. Bulls open up with a 2-0 lead.
Now, we said at the top of the show that the Lakers are more methodical in their half-court offense, and they love to post up Worthy, Perkins, and then also Magic Johnson.
Scott comes off the baseline screen, doesn't get the roll. Divac missed the stick-back attempt. Grant with a rebound to Paxson.
Tonight we have 2 of the better rebounding teams in this league. Chicago being right at the top in offensive board play, and the Lakers being the #1 defensive rebounding team.
Jordan to Paxson. It's 4-0 Chicago. Worthy sneaked out of there on the break, and Magic Johnson hits him for the easy layup.
Now, we've seen that for a number of years. Whoever is matched up with Worthy knows that once your shot goes up, you cannot fall asleep.
Michael Jordan being defensed early in this game by Byron Scott. Now they've got the switch with Divac. On the way to Paxson, wide open. Scott kept it alive and then won the ball to Magic Johnson. The lob to Divac. Rebound Cartwright. Pippen on the run.
Nice.
Missed the layup. That's what Pippen does best.
See, when the shots go up, the Bulls are outstanding. They're 3rd in the league on the offensive boards behind Seattle and San Antonio. But the Lakers do an excellent job in releasing people, usually a front court player, and will get the uncontested layup at the other end.
Here's that matchup. Worthy against Pippen. They're isolated. Pippen forces Worthy away from the basket a bit. Wants to flash into the middle on the left, but Jordan was there, so he hits the turnaround jumper.
Well, James has an awful lot of moves. He has the fadeaway, he has the hook shot coming across the lane with the left hand. Extremely quick off the dribble.
Pippen will take the 17-footer. Not this time. Interestingly, Pippen can score inside and way outside, but has a tough time with the intermediate range shot. Magic Johnson gets the triple to announce his presence here in Chicago.
Well, you know, we realize that he has become a great three-point shooter, but he's really struggling this year, shooting only at 25%. That will improve as the year goes on.
Lakers have scored 7 straight points after the Bulls opened up 4-0. Grant with 6 on the clock. Moves to the left hand, doesn't go in. Rebound Jordan. Divac got there, and then Perkins blocked it.
Nice.
And the Lakers are out 9-4. Bulls trying to run. Pippen hard to the hoop.
See, tonight, you have got to get to your man, or we're going to have a track meet. Coach Mike Dunleavy was telling us this afternoon that he wants to play half-court basketball, keep them down inside, force the Bulls to play him, and then possibly get on the foul line, get some mismatches down inside.
Divac, quick move on side. Big play by Vlade Divac against Cartwright.
He's most effective when you give him some room to operate, where he can put the ball on the floor. He's very tricky with the basketball. But how about the dunk over the head?
Michael Jordan still looking for his first basket of the night. Scott gets out front. We've got a track meet going here early, and the Lakers are winning it 13-6 with 7:52 to go in quarter number 1.
See, I'm Phil Jackson right now. I just don't like our shot selection. The balls are rebounding long. The Lakers are releasing a front court player. Consequently, they must have an advantage. Why? Because the Chicago Bulls have not had a second shot yet. The balls are rebounding too far out.
Bulls have been playing very well here at home, but they were blown away by Detroit in a game in Motown a couple of nights ago. We're talking about Vlade Divac, the starting center.
See, this is where he's a very, very talented player. He has excellent spin moves. Now watch the dunk. Now that's hard to do. Not only did he come out of that spin move, he gathered himself so that he could get up. Now we're talking about a guy who's 7'1". People look at him and say, you know, he's really very thin, but he's right around 250 pounds. Now come on. Now he's put on some bulk because when he first came over, they had a program for him, weightlifting in the morning, and then they had basketball in the afternoon, and then they had him with Henry Hines, a great Olympic sprinter that we had, and taught him how to run.
Beautiful defense by Perkins. He cut in front of Cartwright to get the ball. Now Magic Johnson is thinking of rewarding him for it. We've got an offensive foul that'll go the other way to Chicago. The Lakers, by the way, you saw on a 13-2 run over the last nearly 4 minutes, have hit their last 5 shots.
Bill Cartwright has not touched the basketball in 5 minutes play. This is his first time.
He's trying to muscle inside with a big hoop. He did muscle that in against Sam Perkins and draws the foul.
See, we played 5 minutes of basketball. Your center doesn't touch the ball, and when he gets it, they're playing one-on-one. There's no way that Divac can match up with him in the low post. Plus, you're going to put Divac into foul trouble if he tries to play him by himself. Cartwright has too many moves down inside.
Speaking of foul trouble, Perkins now with 2 fouls. He'll have to go to the bench. A.C. Green comes off to go into the forward spot in place of Perkins. A.C. Green, an all-star last year, now coming off the bench for the Lakers. Cartwright makes it a 3-point play. He has 3. Michael Jordan has yet to score in the game, but I don't think we're worried about that, are we?
They say that's called distributing the basketball to the other players until he wants to get going.
10 seconds on the clock from long range. Worthy misses. Grant rebound. Pippen way down low. Paxson wanted him, but Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he wanted a lob that time, but that would have been very dangerous because Magic had already picked Pippen up.
Inside to Cartwright. Beautiful pass from Pippen, and Cartwright puts him his way around Divac.
See, Divac is not what we would call a good low-post defender. He's going to need an awful lot of help tonight.
Now Jordan defending Worthy. What more can you do? Worthy spins into the left and goes up with it with his right hand over the shorter Michael Jordan. A couple of North Carolina Tar Heels going at it. Pippen with 9 to shoot. Down to Cartwright again. QB, ever since you said the Bulls weren't going to Cartwright, they must have heard you.
Well, when you coach in this league, you realize that you've got to go down inside, and especially when you're missing and getting long rebounds. When you go down inside and you shoot, the rebounds come off short. That would eliminate the Lakers out in the open.
Byron Scott. And we have a 17-13 Lakers game with just under 6 minutes to go first quarter. Cartwright, since you mentioned it, has scored the last 7 Chicago points. Looking for Grant inside against Worthy. Worthy fronting him.
See, the Lakers are switching everything down in there. And when they switch, you must take advantage of the mismatch.
With 4 on the clock, Jordan goes for 3, misses it. Big rebound from Grant. He leveled Divac, sticks it back up and misses. There's the tip by Pippen.
See, they're so athletic. When you say Pippen with the long arms, and then you put Grant in there, and then you also have Michael Jordan. Never mind your center. You have 3 other guys who can really crash.
Bulls have very balanced rebounding. 4 players with right around 7 a game. Scott on the penetration, dishes off, draws the foul.
Chicago. Yeah, I like that time. I like the way that Paxson matched up with Scott. He forced him to put the ball on the floor and allow the other defenders to come and help him out.
Just over 5 minutes to go in the first. Lakers hold on to a 17-15 run. They were starting to beat the Bulls around, then the Bulls took it inside.
Just watch how Cartwright bumps the defender back. See, that's size. You're talking about a guy 7 foot, 255 pounds using his body. Now here's a switch where Worthy is teamed up with Cartwright. Cartwright can just muscle him and take him to the basket. Now we're seeing this switching early. It'll be interesting to see if they get away for the rest of the game. Now that is an impressive stat, an 8.2 point differential. That means a sensational season. It should be anywhere from 55 to 60 some odd wins if they can maintain it for 82. There's a concerned coach who's realizing that he is being hustled in his type of game, open floor basketball, but by slowing it down and playing half court, everything is turned around for him right now.
AC Green's at the free throw line. This is the front end of that, and an early substitution here, or earlier than usual the last few games. That is that Mike Dunleavy has gone to Michael Thompson, and Divac is on the bench here with 5:04 to go in the first quarter. Thompson, who has been having a subpar season, comes in, misses that, but Green's there to stick it back. That's a tough way to get those 3 points.
Yeah, but you know, it's nice that AC, he missed the 2 foul shots. It's a little cool in this building right now. I'm not trying to make any excuses for anyone, but he hustled and got on the offensive board.
Pippen beats Worthy out at the three-point line and then takes it in like a 747 launcher.
Interesting when you looked at the Laker defense that time. No one, A, saw him, and B, there was absolutely zero rotation.
That time, AC Green sneaks down the lane to get the good pass, and it's 21-17. Not exactly a clinic in interior defense the last couple of plays.
Magic Johnson on Paxson. They're using Magic as the double team guy.
Bulls with 8 to shoot. Grant inside, slips past AC Green for the lay-in, and Horace Grant gets his first basket of the night.
It's interesting with Paxson on Magic that we have not seen Magic go into the post-up area and take advantage of this.
The double-team Magic. He hits the open man, but the Bulls rotating well. Green, excellent individual effort. Count the basket, he'll go to the line. He has 6 since coming off the bench when Perkins got into early foul trouble.
Well, when you think about it, how would you like to be AC Green, where you played 4 great years of basketball, leading the team in rebounding, and then you're relegated to the bench, and you now are the most productive bench guy. You're coming in averaging, you know, pretty good points. When you get your minutes, your time has gone down from 30 minutes a game to only 21, and you know, that's a pretty big drop-off when you lead the team in rebounding for 4 straight years and playing an all-star game.
Well, the Lakers would like to see more of this. Green comes in, gets the Lakers' last 7 points. LA up by 5. 7 to shoot. Now down to 3. From the baseline, and Pippen's in double figures with 10. Good defensive play by guess who? Michael Jordan, who has yet to score in this game. And we have 3 minutes to go in the first period. Magic Johnson trying to back Jordan in. Long hook shot won't go. Almost stolen and almost into my coffee cup.
Now that was a big gamble by Worthy, because if he didn't get a hand on that, they were gone on the fast break. Now watch Pippen milking the clock down. Nice fadeaway shot here. A very difficult shot because of the angle that he released the ball.
I'm still worried about my coffee cup.
Yeah, right.
24-21 Lakers. 3 minutes exactly to go, quarter number 1. Jordan looking for his first points. Well, there goes the shutout.
Well, you can't play him any better than that. Byron's got right up on there, even got a piece of that wall.
Worthy, quick turnaround over Pippen, missed everything. Bulls running again.
Well, James Worthy very upset, you know, telling Paul Mahalik that he was hit on the shot.
Ball went out of bounds on the screen defensive attempt. It's a Lakers 1-point lead with 2 minutes 38 seconds to go in the first quarter from Chicago Stadium. Bob Neal, Hubie Brown back at Chicago Stadium. 2:38 to go, quarter number 1. Lakers lead it by 1. We've had kind of an interesting scoring first quarter here, Hubie. they didn't go to Cartwright early, the Bulls. He scores 7 straight points. L.A. is successful in shutting him down after a period. And then, coming off the bench for L.A. is Green. He scores 7 straight for the Lakers.
Well, I'm kind of surprised at the pace. I think that it is definitely a Chicago pace for over the 48 minutes. They do have a minus, though, and that is the fact that Jordan is not involved. But that will pick up as he decides when he's going to dominate, you know, the basketball. Right now, he's playing within the flow and allowing the defense to dictate what they're taking.
Cartwright sits down, and King gets into the ball game. Stacey King out of Oklahoma. He's number 34. He's playing Michael Thompson. Now switched to Magic Johnson. Thompson's inside against Jordan and Pippen, but still can't get it to fall.
The Bulls now have some of their second-team people in there right now.
Michael goes to the left hand. He has 4 in his last 2 shots after going 0 for 3. Scott back quickly. Rebound Worthy. He'll take it back strong to the lead.
When you're playing the Lakers and they decide to push the basketball, you must get back and understand that every shot is not going in, and get on the defensive board because they come in a wave following up that shot.
Into a 1-point seesaw at the moment. Lakers up by 1. Shot clock to 8. Grant triple team. Gets the hoop anyway. Grant has 4. Back quickly comes Green for the jam. He's got 9.
I'd say they've really opened up the gates. This is the best that Magic has pushed the basketball on this trip after an opponent has scored. And they are really looking for that guy down the middle of the floor.
Magic 6 assists. Green 4 out of 4. Grant working inside. He got inside of Magic Johnson, who was the last line of defense.
Well, there was a major breakdown there in the rotations. And the players themselves knew that they had too many guys on the ball. They almost ended up with 3 guys playing the ball.
Minute to go, first quarter. Scott takes the baseline. Doesn't get it to fall. Big rebound by Thompson.
I'm very impressed with the Lakers' offensive rebounding in this first quarter. Absolutely outstanding.
Paxson hits the triple. And the Bulls take a 2-point lead with 45 seconds to go in the quarter. 7 lead changes here in the first period. Oh, look at the no-look to Green. He draws the foul from Pippen. A Magic Johnson special.
That was great, hitting a player who's hustling by cutting down the middle of the floor. Now just watch, here comes Green right down the middle. Now he dropped the pass or he would have had the uncontested shot. Just a beautiful look by Magic.
Jordan says, I saw that.
I like A.C. Green's game tonight. You know, this looks like A.C. when he first broke into the league. You know, just out-hustling his opponent, but then out-hustling the entire front line when anything is on the floor or up on the offensive board.
2.5 points right now, better than his per-game average so far this year. Looking for his 11th. Not finding it, gets the board. And has 12.
In this league, very seldom can you ever see a foul shooter miss a foul shot, get the rebound, and put it back in.
Michael Jordan is in his last 3 and has 6.
By the way, were you worrying about Michael a few minutes ago?
I was concerned. He was 0 for 3. I thought we were looking at a shutout.
Yes, that's right.
34-33 Chicago. 22 seconds to go. Quarter number 1. Pass into Thompson, rejected by Grant, saved by Jordan. Bulls by 1.
Excellent team defense that time. Everyone helping out and doing his job.
Jordan draws the double team. King gets it and hits it at the buzzer. It'll count. Stacey King with his first 2 tonight. Bulls lead it by 3. An exciting first quarter at Chicago Stadium. Well, A.C. Green has 12 to lead the Lakers. Pippen with 10 to lead the Bulls. It's a 3-point Chicago lead.
In this replay, watch how the Bulls are going to double team, leave Thompson open. Now there he is. Now look to the right of your screen. Now that is a great help rotation. That's planned before. They're saying that they're going to double team, not allow Magic take a pick and roll, etc. And then they rotate from the opposite side of the floor. Beautiful teamwork that time.
And Jordan recovered that block shot, and it went into the hands of the Bulls, and the Bulls lead it 36-33 on Stacey King's basket as the buzzer sounded, ending the first quarter of play. At Chicago Stadium, 18,000 plus again. Lakers looking for their first win here in Chicago since 1987.
First time tonight, full court pressure with one little trap, just trying to run time off the shot clock.
And Drew and Teagle are in for the Lakers. Drew 10, Teagle number 20. Teagle came to the Lakers from Golden State, hoping to give them outside shooting and scoring punch.
That's the shot clock here.
It went off.
My, oh my. See, the guards, when you're coaching in this league, you put the pressure on your two guards. They should be watching that shot clock. Front court guys, the majority of them are playing with their back to the basket or to the shot. I know they can look at the other end of the floor, but the guards are looking right at that backboard.
Dunleavy was worried about that. This happened to the Lakers in the loss at Cleveland the other night.
Yes, it did.
Stacey King doesn't get it. Tip in by Grant doesn't fall. Rebound Worthy to Drew. Drew struggling as Magic's backup this year at the point. Nice pass that time. Michael Thompson gets the lay-in. Just as I say, struggling Drew shows a flash of his past brilliance. This is his 10th year in the league.
You'll see that he just pinpoints this pass right through 4 people. And, you know, this is the most active that Michael Thompson has been on this trip. Now, we're talking about a guy a year ago who averaged 10 points a game. This year in a limited role, playing less minutes, he's only averaging 3 points. And it's, you know, it's difficult sometimes to go from a starter with major minutes, go to the bench. Some guys can do it and some guys cannot.
It's tied at 36, 11 minutes to go, second quarter. Along with Hubie Brown, Bob Neal with you from Chicago. Hobson into the game. Bulls, team number 2. Armstrong, BJ in at the point guard position for Chicago. And both teams now are looking for some production from the bench.
And both teams have struggled during the course of the season
with the second units.
Because everyone isn't talking about the season. They're trying to look down the line. How do you get to the finals with sporadic play off the bench?
You don't. Teagle flashing down the lane. We got a whistle and a hold call prior to the cut down the lane. And that penalty, that foul will go against Grant. That's 2, by the way, on Horace Grant. And Divac checks back into the ball game for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Now, this is a solid move by Mike Dunleavy. They want Divac to play with this group so that he will get more shot opportunities and be more of a focal point in regards to offensive play.
Thompson came in and gave him a quick 5 points before going back to the bench. It's Lakers ball, 17 on the shot clock. Certainly more production than we've seen off the bench and more spark from Thompson this 1/4 of the way through the season so far. Worthy over Pippen. Pippen was all over him.
Oh, great shot block by Scotty.
B.J. Armstrong, he's playing about 21.5 minutes a game. Hobson kicks it out to Cartwright. Back to Hobson in the corner. Worthy couldn't hold it. Drew does. We've been tied at 36 now for the last 2 minutes.
One thing that the Lakers do not want to do is to stand around. They're at their best when they get a lot of movement.
Worthy with a nice pass inside the green. He draws the foul. Will go to the line. AC's already got 12 points in this ball game, and Hobson is charged with the first one.
The team's third.
Dennis Hobson, a high draft choice in the NBA out of Ohio State, has never really produced like a lot of people hoped he would as a scorer.
Well, you can't shoot 42% in this league and expect to be a big-time scorer. Plus, you cannot expect coaching staffs to give you many shot opportunities when you're going to shoot that average, unless you are playing on a losing team.
If you're the backup 2 guard behind Michael Jordan, sometimes you don't get as much playing time as you'd like either. Hobson stays in. Pippen sits down. Jordan comes back into the game. So it's B.J. Armstrong, Jordan, and Hobson who will become the swing man now with Stacey King and Bill Cartwright.
The only thing missing from AC's game tonight is the foul line. Outside of that, he's been everything that you would want.
AC's only 3 out of 6 from there. Good post defense by Divac that time. They'll go right back to Cartwright.
Nice. Travel. I tell you, that was a very good move. The idea was excellent because he had Vlade committed to the lane area. Just did not get the basketball out of his hand in time before he picked up the pivot foot.
Lakers lead it by a point. Both teams having trouble scoring inside to Divac. Stacey King got a piece of that. They're going to call the foul.
See, Vlade has been down in the open area, has received 3 passes that he should have jammed with 2 hands. And instead, you'll see right here, he comes up with another miss. Now, this should be a 3-point attempt right here.
See that Stacey King had a creative foul there. He got him in the face as he went up, and Divac misses the free throw. Well, the Lakers are struggling at the line. They'd be leading by more than this if AC Green had hit his. LA's only 4 out of 9, make it 5 out of 10 from the free throw line in this game with 9:14 to go in the first half, and LA up by 2. Teagle will try to defend Jordan. See what that got. Teagle will try to answer. He was fouled by Armstrong on the jump shot.
You know, he fouled him. B.J. Armstrong knows that he fouled him. The coaching staff is saying the cardinal sin of basketball is to foul a jump shooter, especially a guy who's shooting out in the 3-point area.
And who's been struggling with his jump shot since coming to the Lakers from Golden State, but hits the free throw. At the conclusion of tonight's game, Hubie and I will be selecting the Budweiser player of the game. I give Hubie 1.1 votes, and I just get 1, so the coach gets slightly more to say on that.
Now, Terry Teagle, you know, was picked up from Golden State. The reason being 16 points a game last year, but he was playing a lot of minutes. Here, his minutes are reduced, and he's struggling from the field, only shooting 39%. Now, they need him to crank it up and to get going here to be the main guy off the bench.
Cartwright with a beautiful pass down inside to Hobson, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Lakers with 11 on the shot clock.
See, there's a lot of pressure on Terry Teagle. The coaching staff realizes this. He's such a fine young man, and they know that he wants to excel.
The Lakers couldn't figure out who to guard that time and came away lucky. Edgar Teagle likes this baseline area. Kicks it to Divac. Wanted to go strong to the hole. He's fouled by Michael Jordan.
See, Divac is very, very explosive, facing the basket from the top of the circle. When he played with the Yugoslavian team, that's where they would rotate him, right to that spot. Now, he can hit the jump shot facing. He's very good with either hand with the dribble, has a nice spin move, and has hooks. Where you do not like him is when he's strictly in a low power place with his back to the basket. Allow him to create for himself, and I think that the production will go up offensively.
Divac gets both the free throws and has 5 points in the game. Chicago has shot only 1 free throw in this game. LA has shot 14. Cartwright. We got an illegal defense call against the Lakers.
And they picked up Larry Drew that time. Paul Mahalik has explained Mike Dunleavy does not like the call, but he claimed, you know, we cannot get into this because we do not have 3 hours to explain the zone call. Okay, but let's just say that he was 1 zone away from where he should have been.
The Bulls came out scoring pretty well at 36 points in the first quarter. Jordan with a rebound. Only 1 field goal and 2 points this entire period so far. Still can't get one.
You know, if you step back from this and look at the first 4 minutes that we've played this quarter from the Chicago Bulls standpoint, exactly the same way they started the first quarter. Everything is outside of 15 feet, missing the jump shots, long rebounds, nothing is happening. They cannot get to the offensive glass. Now, that's a frustrated coach sitting there in your picture right now.
King wins the tip to Jordan. Lakers by 4, 7:48 to go first half. Now down inside to Stacey King. And the basket. Stacey King has 4 points off the bench.
Very nice shot attempt. I still would force Divac to guard Cartwright in the low post area.
Byron Scott over Michael Jordan. Scott has 6.
Now here it is right here. This is the first time we've seen it. Michael Jordan posting up.
And he does the turnaround. He misses it. Rebound goes to the Lakers. Lead by 4. Drew with a strong move to the hole. Drew, he's played well off the bench this time despite struggling lately. Magic Johnson's getting pretty good rest, and this is one of those rare times when either Magic or Worthy aren't on the floor. They rarely rest at the same time. 10 on the clock. King just couldn't hold on to it. Bulls come back.
Nice anticipation that time by Hobson. The Lakers have been wearing the Bulls out with that cutter going all the way down the middle of the floor.
DJ Armstrong from 18. He gets that one uncontested. His first basket of the night.
There it is again. Up the floor.
Big defensive play, and the Bulls run back to Jordan. He has 10.
My. Forget the shot, but how did he get the ball off of his hip to get it up for the shot?
Lakers by 2. The Lakers had been on a 13-4 run, and then the Bulls came back with 3 baskets. Now Perkins isolated, draws the double team.
Throws it into Michael Jordan. Oh, no. This is going to be an interesting call.
We've got a timeout. I said, oh, no, because the official's whistle stopped a demonstration of dunknology. There's a new word for you. We'll be right back. Well, let's have a look at what happened here, Ubi.
Appreciate Michael Jordan. Now watch how he cradles the ball off the hip. Watch the left hand taking Sam Perkins right out of there. All right, as he regroups, all done with one hand. Now here he is right here doing what he does best, and there is no better player in this league playing the open floor in the passing lanes than Michael Jordan.
And we got a left-handed dunk anyway, but now the interesting call. You said that'll be interesting because will that be a 2-shot foul?
Well, he had a clear shot at the basket. There was no one over half court but Michael. The Bull bench jumped up. Phil Jackson was right on the referee, wanted a 2-shot foul. But as we can see, we have the benefit of the fact that they are taking the ball out right here in front of our table.
So we know they're not getting it. Magic Johnson had a 6-minute rest, by the way, coming back into the game for the Lakers now.
Well, the reason why that's a big issue is Magic and Worthy are both playing right at 40 minutes a game. And the coaching staff feels that they must stay, one of them on the floor, in order to keep the scoring production up.
Jordan spinning inside. We get the hold on Scott before the shot went up. Byron Scott picked up his first foul. One of the worries early was Scott defending Jordan. Would he get into foul trouble? The answer so far is no, only one.
Well, if you think about it, Michael has not taken Jordan to the middle of the floor where he can beat him off the dribble at will, or post them up where he can post them up. So that allows Scott to stay out of foul trouble.
Inside to Cartwright against Divac. Goes to the left hand. Worthy spots up on the right wing. Divac crashes the board, but knocks it out of bounds.
Divac wanted it over the back that time.
I wonder if that's what Vlade said. Yeah. I would like it over the back. That's a ball. Lakers by 2. 10 on the shot clock. Pippen has 12. First points of this quarter. He's 6 out of 8 from the floor.
Well, both teams are really out of sync. Nothing is coming easy. And by that we mean down inside into the painted area, easy shot up.
Remember, it was 36-33 at the end of the quarter. Chicago, it's only 46-46 now. 6 on the shot clock.
That was a beautiful pass by Perkins. Really taking advantage of a triple team in the post area.
Grant's going to get back into the ball game. You see him at the table over there at the top of your screen.
The magical layoff, B.J. Armstrong, forcing to take the shot. Running Cartwright.
5 to shoot. Jordan drills a two-pointer. Michael has 12. Now Worthy against Pippen. Cartwright for the double team. Tried to play it into the double team defense, and Pippen came away with it and the layup.
What a beautiful move.
Pippen leads all Bull scorers with 14.
Well, when you talk about Jordan and Pippen on defense, you're talking about two of the best guys that we have in the league in the passing lane.
Jordan saw the double team, just missed the pass, thus the turnover. B.J. Armstrong gets it to drop, and the Bulls have taken a 4-point lead with 3:32 to go in the period, and Chicago is on a 6-0 run. Timeout, Los Angeles.
Good call by Mike Dunleavy. He wants to take the building out of this game, quiet them down. Also, he doesn't like what he's seeing. They're trying to force the basketball into areas, and it's leading to nothing but turnovers.
Here are tonight's Nissan leaders, and you see two of the active most valuable player winners are in this game tonight. Magic Johnson, who's won it 3 times, and Michael Jordan, interestingly enough, only 1 time.
And Magic has won it 3 out of the last 4 years. Not bad.
Not bad when you're talking about triple doubles. He is the king of them at the moment. 10 to shoot for L.A. Only 1 turnover in the first period. L.A.'s had 5 this period. Worthy inside, good interior defense again.
That is the 3rd time that Pippen has got a piece of the ball when Worthy has tried to shoot over the top of him.
You said that was one of the key matchups of the game, and thus far going well in Chicago's favor. Worthy does have 8, but Pippen's playing him tough. 8 to shoot.
Say, Perkins really banging Grant around. Perkins is a horse.
Long arms help him there, too. Magic Johnson against B.J. Armstrong. He'll take him inside. Missed the short one. Bulls by 4. Double dribble. L.A. ball.
He got caught on his hip that time. You know, he's saying I'm still within my dribble, but there was a definite pause in there.
He said, hey, Michael got it caught on his hip once. Magic Johnson, by the way,
but
speaking of Magic,
because Michael was in the air.
There's a slight difference. Magic Johnson has taken only 3 shots in this game. He has 6 seconds on the shot clock now. That's his 4th shot. Bulls by 4. 2 minutes to go. Didn't fall this time. Cartwright rebound. Gets it back to Jordan. Missed it again. Divac.
2 minutes to play in the first half.
Magic Johnson with the offensive board and the stick back.
See, the fast break opportunities are really there for the Lakers. The Bulls are not getting back. They get back for the first shot attempt, but they do not continue back, and the Lakers are getting numbers on the offensive board.
You saw Divac out high, and you see the result of Divac being out there.
Yeah, but, you know, they're trying to double-team Michael Jordan, and when that happens, naturally there is a free player. If he will go to the front of the rim, he's going to be open.
5 assists for Jordan in this game. Minute 14 to go in the first half. Bulls by 4. Divac will take that shot.
We said that earlier. That's his game. You must get up there and play him because he can knock that one down.
Bulls by 2 under a minute to go. Pippen tried to ditch it inside to Grant. Now Magic Johnson on the run again. 3-point attempt. Worthy kept it alive, but Pippen controlled. Jordan opens from 19 feet. Will knock that down. He has 14. Half a minute to go first half.
Oh, yes. Scotty, nice play.
stolen back by Johnson, but then he dribbles it on the line. It'll belong to Chicago.
See, Scottie Pippen could not evade Magic Johnson that time. His weight was leaning forward. Excellent play by Magic.
Have a 20-second timeout before. Give me a moment to remind you that coming up at halftime, the Prudential Halftime Report with Ernie Johnson Jr. in our Atlanta studios. We'll have a full NBA update and a look at a former Chicago Bull, Bob Love's special comeback. Only 25.1 seconds. Well, it was 36-33 Chicago at the end of the first quarter. We're just moments away from the end of the half, and the Bulls have scored 20 points. The Lakers have scored only 19.
Both teams' half-court game really broke down. We didn't see good screening. We did not see high percentage shot opportunities. But there were not an awful lot of long rebounds that enabled you to get out in the open floor. But I still maintain that if the Lakers will take care of the defensive board and pitch the ball up the side, they can get out in the open floor and make things happen here.
25.1 seconds to go in the half. Chicago inbounding. B.J. Armstrong, Jordan, Pippen, Cartwright, and Grant on the floor for Chicago. Now an official's timeout. By the way, the Pacers have a lead in the ball game tonight under their new head coach, Bob Hill. The management of the Pacers said he was not an interim head coach. He was the new guy as Dick Versace was fired yesterday.
Phil Jackson trying to play for extra seconds here on the clock.
.23 on the shot clock. About a 2-second differential.
This kind of movement, you must stop your offensive player from cutting to the basket.
4 to shoot. Jordan, not this time. 3.5 seconds in the period. Could get a half-court or longer shot from Magic. It does not fall. At the end of the first half, the Bulls lead it by 4. 56-52. 13 points for A.C. Green, and Pippen and Jordan have 14 for Chicago. And maybe they're throwing a shutout at him. And here are the halftime stats. The free throw disparity. If the Lakers don't have those 9 points there, they're really trailing in this ballgame.
Yeah, but you know, A.C. Green misses 4 in there for you, but the Bulls, you know, the Bulls could exploit them a little bit. Now here we have A.C. Green really making a strong move. Tremendous. He came off the bench, was 5 for 5, gave the team a real shot in the arm, 13 points, and he was all over the floor, you know, keeping things alive and picking up all the loose balls. Now here we have Pippen. Now Pippen at 6'7" with the long arms. He and Michael Jordan in the top 10 in steals. Now this is where he is at his best. See, now watch how he switches hands. Ooh, a one-hander, a little scooper.
Scottie Pippen, the athlete, playing very well, having himself his best season for the Chicago Bulls as they're trying to distribute the ball a little better and not make it just the Michael Jordan show. And Pippen, of course, doing a good job tonight with his steals. He's 8th in the league in steals right now.
Well, this is a great matchup tonight, Pippen versus Worthy. And, you know, we're seeing two premier guys going head-to-head.
56-52, Bulls lead it by 4. The second half is underway from Chicago Stadium. The 152nd consecutive sellout here at Chicago Stadium. Magic wanted the lob to Divac, and Pippen saw it more clearly than did Vlade.
Chicago not fooled at all by that back pick.
Jordan has 10 to shoot. Scott plays him tight. He gets it to Cartwright. Spins into the lane. Draws the foul.
There is no way that Vlade can play Bill Cartwright in this post-up area because they are saying, play him by yourself. We are not going to double team because we do not want Chicago to be shooting any 3 points or open jump shots. Bill Cartwright could have a field day down inside.
That's only the 5th foul called against the Lakers tonight, and we're just starting the second half.
Well, the other way to look at that is this. Are you challenging shot attempts in the lane? Are you going after people? Are you trying for the shot blocks? Are you intimidating? Well, you know, sometimes you say, hey, when a team shoots 56% against you, you're not being I would say that you're possibly being very passive defensively.
You certainly don't get to take the extra foul shot home with you, the extra fouls. Scott in front of Paxson takes the jumper, gets his own rebound. Stripped away by Michael Jordan to Pippen. Paxson for three. Pippen over Worthy's back for the personal foul, and for Pippen that'll be his second.
Loose ball foul. 33, Scottie Pippen.
The Bulls play so well in this building. They've been annihilating teams by high double-figure numbers, and you just cannot allow them to get away on you. They have not played a great game tonight, but a solid game.
Here's Pippen and Worthy matched up. Jordan didn't get there in time to stop him from getting into the paint.
See, if I'm LA, I've got to get Worthy going here right now. He's been struggling. You know, he was only 4 for 9. Now he's 5 for 10. But more important, Pippen has blocked 3 of the shots.
Pippen comes off a screen and answers. Pippen has 16. Hit his last 7 field goal attempts too. Chicago ball leading 60-54, 10:32 to go, third quarter.
Magic a little down on himself on that pass because Perkins had no chance of catching it. The old story, don't pass the ball to a post-up guy until he calls for the pass.
Perkins goes down. That leaves Paxson open. He missed by a mile. Here comes Scott running.
Yeah, he's missed his last 2 by a lot. Usually you'll see Paxson right on the front of the rim if he misses.
There's the double team. Reverse it to Perkins. He's going to take the 3. And can it.
It's very natural. I mean, he didn't even hesitate.
Nonchalant.
Just cranked that one right up.
The Bulls lead is cut to 3. Jordan just inside three-point territory. Johnson kept it alive, and now he runs with Divac. Perkins out in front. Scott out on the wing. Open for the 3. He'll get that one all night if you let him set shot. It's tied at 60 all of a sudden. Scott only 4 of 11 tonight.
Cartwright has Worthy inside. You got to take advantage of that mismatch.
Pippen with 4 on the clock. Misses the jumper. Tipped away by Grant. Now Pippen controls. This is a 3-point attempt from Paxson. Count it. The bomb squads are out. Magic Johnson answers with another triple.
See, the Lakers average over 8 attempts a game, but the Bulls, this is uncharacteristic. They only have taken 3 a game this year.
Lakers ball tied at 63. Magic ahead to Worthy. Leans in past Pippen. Beautiful move.
See, Worthy realizes that he cannot just go with that patented fadeaway jump shot because Pippen has been right up in his face. Now he's faking that and stepping under him on his last 2 attempts.
Cartwright spinning inside. Doesn't get the bounce, but he'll go to the line. He can do that.
Now, come on,
Is that what you're-
yes.
Is that what you're looking?
I mean, there is no way you can play him. Now, unless you want Michael Thompson in the game. But you're going to see it. It's just an experienced offensive player down inside. He's taking advantage of his bulk and also what we call drop step moves. Catch the ball, drop your step, and pin the man on your hip.
You're coaching Blotty. What do you tell him since he is isolated there?
Well, you're trying to discourage Cartwright from getting the foul. But Cartwright is using his arms, and Blotty is being knocked around. He's not being physical enough. And yet we said he's right around 250 pounds, and there's no reason for that. Now, they're working on his upper body strength so that, you know, he's still a young man. Right? He's only 23 years of age.
And, of course, the other coaching move is to get Michael Thompson in, which is exactly what Mike Dunleavy did. Magic Johnson needs help, gets it from Perkins. Tied at 65. Now, Magic against Michael Jordan. Here's that one-on-one matchup, the no-look pass. It's come along to Chicago.
At the beginning of this quarter, Magic has thrown 3 passes that were very difficult to catch, and it resulted in 3 turnovers.
7:56 to go, third quarter. Cartwright off the high post now, looking to Jordan. Spinning into the paint. Oh, mercy. Michael has 16.
You know, when you sit as close as we do, you just marvel at some of the things. And, you know, it kind of leaves you speechless.
A good ticket you came up with here for us tonight.
Right.
Maybe you missed somebody. Paxson. Bulls back up by 4.
Mike Dunleavy calling a timeout right now. Now, see, this is smart. You're only down 4. He's not letting the game get away, but he's got to talk to Magic here because they resulted in 4 turnovers.
Have a 1-point game now, Ernie. The Bulls leading at 69-68. Magic Johnson hit a triple while we were away. And that's Jordan's second foul. It'll be inbounded by the Lakers, hoping to take the lead on this possession.
When you have talent like Magic, anytime that you seem to run on a negative like he has in his passing at the beginning of this quarter, they have the ability to stop and do a sensational, and that was that 3 with a man right on top of him.
6 to shoot. Worthy will take the triple. Not his shot. Rebound Jordan. West 7. Bulls by 1. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Paxson into the paint, the fall away. Will fall.
They need Paxson to get going here because he is open. Magic keeps leaving him to help out as much as possible.
Magic Johnson, 11 points in this game. Now Worthy isolated against Pippen again. There's the double team. Pippen against Magic. Nice. Sweet move. Pippen with 18.
I like the way that he is getting out on the break. Anytime that Worthy shoots, if Pippen sees that he cannot get to the defensive board, he just takes off, putting a lot of pressure on Worthy to catch up to him in the open floor.
Magic Johnson kicks it to Perkins for 3. That's his second triple tonight.
You know, that's not uncharacteristic. He is now 8 for 18 in 3-point field goal attempts. That is a high percentage.
Jordan tries the 18-footer. Rebound Michael Johnson. Dunleavy trying to get A.C. Green into the game. It's Bulls by 2. 3-pointers have helped the Bulls stay in here. Trailing by 4 at the half. Magic Johnson drives to the hoop, gets his own rebound. The Magic says, if I play Michael Jordan one-on-one, and that classic thing they were going to do, this is what I do all night. I take my size advantage inside him.
Well, the Players Association voted who was the best defensive player they would want to play a guy for the last shot of the game. They all voted for Michael Jordan. Just to counteract your statement.
Perkins with the goaltend. Here, let's look at this one-on-one here.
It's a good battle. You know, now, Matthew, you see now, Michael is going to put the pressure on you. Excellent anticipation of the shot. But Magic, once again, never gives up right on that offensive board.
I'd like to see that. I'd buy the ticket. You can get the event underway. Worthy hits the 15-footer.
It's interesting that they have not gone to that move more often. Give a screen for Worthy, allow him to pop out, and make Pippen fight the screen and then play him one-on-one.
Tied at 75, down to Cartwright against Thompson. Let's see if Cartwright can spin in on Michael. Well, the answer is he can spin in, but Thompson stops the shot, draws the foul.
Well, Michael Thompson is referred to in this league as an excellent post-up defensive player. But think about it. Since that substitution a little while back, this is Cartwright's first attempt at going at Thompson. So he's in a groove now. He's feeling his oats tonight, and you'll see he'll eventually get him to get the hit. Now, the reason why we keep bringing this out about Cartwright is because over the course of the season, Cartwright is only averaging 8 shot attempts a game.
Certainly not enough for the Bulls. Certainly not enough during playoff time. They're going to have to have it.
Well, when you break down their scoring, Cliff Livingston coming into the ballgame right now. Michael Jordan gets 20 shot attempts. Scottie Pippen 14. Then it drops off 5 down to Grant at 9 and Cartwright at 8. Oh, my.
Jordan steals the rebound, turns that into a 3-point play.
Oh, that's a coaching nightmare. I mean, when you're inside, guys, fall asleep and do not get a missed shot that drops right at the rim.
I've seen Jordan steal a lot of free throw rebounds.
Perkins is showing us more of his game now. We know he has good outside game. He has the left-handed hook. Nice fadeaway jump shot in the post. Sam's a very, very solid player.
Paxson. He got that shot because of Jordan's penetration.
Well, he's the guy. We all know that in the big games, with the games on the line, Michael, all he has to do is beat his man and kick it out.
Paxson has hit his last 4 shots.
This play is taking too long to develop.
Perkins with the double team. Magic Johnson goes back down to Perkins. Off the board, won't fall. Rebound, Cliff Levingston.
Something that he does well. Can really play tough on the boards for you.
Now Michael against Scott, blows by him on the baseline. Look at the reverse. It won't fall. Comes up with a loose ball. He'll just start it all over again. The nightmare recycles. Paxson misses the 3. Cartwright and Green battling for the ball, and Jordan comes to get that loose ball.
Why not?
That's the punctuation point.
He did everything else on that possession, right?
On his way to a triple-double. 8 assists, 11 rebounds, and 20 points for Michael. Magic Johnson gets it to fall. Took a shot to his sternum on that. Looks to be all right, though. Bulls lead it by 3. Bulls call timeout. 2 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. And the Los Angeles Lakers are going to try to stop the bleeding. We could have a double triple-double about to happen. Did you get that? A double triple-double. Magic 15 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists, and Michael Jordan 20 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists.
Well, that was the end of a lot of hustle by Michael, really scrapping. Now here, when you're on the road and you get down, you're down 5, you want your people to attack and get into the lane. This is a major 3-point play by Magic Johnson, taking it strong to the basket. You know, we got to credit Magic right now. In the history of this league, there are only 2 players ever to score over 16,000 points and have 9,000 assists. And Magic, by going over the 16,000 point mark this year, is right up there with Oscar Robertson.
Magic Johnson proving he's human. Misses the free throw. It's the Bulls lead by 3. 2 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
2 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter.
Stacey King in the game for Chicago. Cartwright down low against Thompson. Thompson keeps him out of that low block. Reaches for it. Cartwright is feeling it tonight, though. Tough turnaround, and Cartwright has 14.
See, that was excellent. Billy did not have the shot. He passed it out. Paxson said, repost up. He got in a little deeper and went right back to him.
Perkins drives inside. He gets fouled on the drive.
Well, I think, Bob, that we're going to see a lot of this right now. Once Stacey King came in, and along with Cliff Livingston, I've got to believe that the Lakers' strategy will be, let's get down inside with Perkins. If not Michael Thompson or Green, then let's get Magic down in there and make things happen below the foul line.
Perkins at the free throw line. We were just looking at some scores, by the way. The GMC Truck scoreboard. We'll keep you posted all evening long on other NBA scores. We saw Detroit had a lead over Atlanta. Indiana, with their new coach, had a big commanding lead over the Hornets. Here it's 84-81, Chicago. Minute and a half to go, 3rd quarter. Now Jordan posted down inside with Scott. How did he even get that shot off? Only the rebound blocked by Perkins. Jordan will come right back at him. Rebound Levingston. He's mugged. He'll get the 3-point opportunity.
Cliff Livingston, for minutes played, ever since he has been in the league, is one of the premier offensive rebounders that we have. But we cannot say enough about that guy 23. I mean, Michael Jordan shot, went up, got it. I mean, they've been all over the glass here. And this is what we said at the top. When you play the Bulls, you must be concerned. They're one of the premier offensive rebounding teams that we have.
Thompson rebounds, and the Lakers trail it by 5 with a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Lakers trail by 4 at the half. Magic Johnson's going to rest this final minute of the period.
Looking right inside to Perkins. See, I go at this one. I make King play him.
King has 3 personal fouls, by the way, and Perkins scores relatively easily. It's a 3-point
You
game.
look at Perkins, he weighs 255 pounds. Now, he doesn't look it. He's got 6'9", but he's so strong in the upper body.
King out high against Perkins. Do anything there. Down low to Livingston. Pitches up to number 23 for the jump shot, and Jordan has 22.
I tell you, Byron Scott is banged up here right now. He fell down in the lane. That is why Michael Jordan opened up. And he's walking a little gingerly.
Scott trying to come off a baseline screen, but with not a lot of enthusiasm. 8 seconds to shoot. Scott, nice pass to Thompson. Big bucket. Shot clock was running down, and we have under 7 seconds to go. Jordan knifes it inside to Stacey King. AC from half court. And the Bulls, who led by 3 after 1, 4 after 2, lead by 5 after 3. When the Lakers and Bulls met last year here at the stadium, it was the Michael Jordan show. The Bulls held Magic in check while Jordan poured in 37 points, had 7 rebounds, and dished out 5 assists as the Bulls took their 3rd straight from the Lakers in Chicago, 93-83. And the Bulls hoping to make it 4 in a row here against the Lakers, lead it by 5 going into the 4th quarter. Jordan has 22 and Magic Johnson has 15, by the way.
Good teams come out strong in the 1st quarter and again in the 3rd quarter. Chicago 36 in the 1st quarter, 34 in the 3rd quarter.
E.J. Armstrong into Stacey King against A.C. Green. Quick turnaround off the glass. Rebound Hobson. He missed it. He'll go back again. Again he misses, and Green is there to battle for it. Hobson and Green will jump it.
See, there's no way that a guard, a second guard at 6'4", Hobson, should be in there out-rebounding your center and your big forward. 2 guys who are supposed to take care of defensive boards for you.
Hobson and Green. Green, good leaper, wins the tip. Lakers trail by 5.
In the 1st half, both units who are in right now struggled when they had their time to play together.
Perkins from long range.
Yeah, he didn't have anything this time. I mean, but he just swept right in. He has the field tonight facing the basket.
Pippen over Perkins. Pippen has the field tonight, too. He has 22 to match Michael Jordan. Excellent Bulls balance. Pippen with 22, Jordan 22, and Cartwright and Paxson have 14 each.
Chicago personal foul.
In talking to Richie Atabata, the coach at Dallas, about Perkins, he said the thing that you like about him is that he has a very strong game in the post-up area. He has an awful lot of moves. He can go baseline. He can throw the fadeaway. He has the hook into the lane. But he has all of the head fakes that go along with it. And then the upper body strength to take your hit and still get a good shot opportunity off.
Well, North Carolina well represented here tonight with Worthy, Jordan, Perkins.
They do have a few players in this league and have had a few over the years. Usually you go back over time and they always have 9 or 10 graduates or guys who have left LA playing in this league.
92-89, Bulls by 3. Pippen. Nice feed inside to Grant, who'll get the hoop and the free throw attempt. Now all 5 Bulls starters are in double figures.
Now appreciate this pass. The defensive man got, but look at this pass. One-handed, dropping it underneath. Now you see, that's why we say Scottie Pippen is so valuable to this team. He leads the team in rebounding as well as leading the team in assists from your small forward position.
Horace Grant with his redesigned goggles said his previous goggles were bothering him, so he had them redesigned and they're more comfortable, certainly more fashionable.
Well, the major thing was is that the other ones would fog up on him. Here we have the full court trap.
They beat it by advancing the ball into the corner to Thompson.
The thing is that you cannot fall asleep now and lose sight of that shot clock.
Teagle wants that jumper. Hobson all over him. Teagle's going to feed it into Thompson. Blocked by Grant. Hobson to Pippen.
Look out.
Well, defense spurred that excitement. Big play by Grant to get that going.
See, once again, it's how quick that Pippen will go from the defensive end of the floor to filling a lane.
The Bulls with the biggest lead of the game. Beautiful bounce pass. Pippen to Hobson to Stacey King, and we're going to get an L.A. timeout. They trail by 10. Chuck Daly was ejected. He's probably watching our game right now. Hello, Chuck. The Bulls lead here by 10 with 9:48 to go.
You're L.A. right now. You're saying, listen, when we get down in that painted area, we have got to go strong to the basket. You know, they are starting to get too many shot blocks on us and intimidate us.
Well, they got to have Teagle hit that shot, and he just hasn't been hitting it this year. AC Green with great hustle. Paul Mahalik says it's Lakers ball after a discussion with AC. Great hustle by AC Green. But Teagle just isn't hitting the jumper. That's what he's there for.
Well, talking to the coaching staff of L.A., they'll tell you that the shot opportunities are there. Unfortunately, Terry is shooting at 39%. He just cannot hit the stroke right now. But they're hoping, you know, it's still early in the year, that he'll get his game together.
Perkins over Stacey King. King played him tough, but the Bulls were careless, and the Lakers have it again. Lakers are getting their opportunities on this possession, trying to cut into the 10-point lead. Perkins from long range. That's a two-pointer.
See, if I'm playing Perkins, when he's facing the basket outside, he must put the ball on the floor. Why? He hasn't missed an outside jump shot yet.
Including 2 3-pointers. Bulls by 8. 8:48 to go in the game. Now Magic Johnson defending Jordan. Jordan blew right past it.
Now that was pretty.
Magic Johnson to Teagle again. Teagle this time into the lane. They're going to get the foul on Hobson on the drive.
Chicago, very underrated defensive team. They really get after you and do a good job. Now just watch them. I appreciate this move. Splits the people, but more important, the presence to be able to lay it up off the glass at a difficult angle.
Jordan with 24 tonight. Johnson for 3. Big bucket by Magic.
Now that's Magic's 4th three-point shot. And without the threes tonight, Bob, they would be down 20.
And Magic Johnson has 18 points, 12 off of those. Here's Teagle with the steal. Magic wanted the 3 again. He thought about it twice. 101-94, Chicago. Big possession for L.A. here. Magic flashing into the paint against Michael Jordan. The jump hook falls short. It stayed in bounds.
But I'll tell you, the ball went up over the backboard. The ball went over the backboard. Now, I think that what happened here, the officials had a bad angle on that, Bob.
It stayed in bounds, but went over the backboard, and thus L.A. gets the hoop and now trails by 5. They had trailed by 10, 5 straight points. And defense keyed that turnover, but right back to Chicago. King to Pippen.
The passing by Chicago on the interior has been outstanding. their front court people all sacrificing and giving the ball to a guy with a better shot opportunity.
Pippen 13 of 16 tonight. And he's hit some jumpers too. Worthy finally scores. That's his first basket of this fourth quarter with 6:52 to go. Lakers still very much in this, trailing only by 5. The lob is intercepted by Worthy. Pippen almost stole it. Worthy says now, excuse me.
Well, James has denied the trail referee all night long, and it doesn't matter which one of the three guys was the trail.
Now that's Teagle's patented turnaround jumper. He can't get it to fall, and here's Jordan. No looks to Pippen, bad pass.
Well, the fans all wanted pass to Grant underneath, but when you're sitting up high, you can see that. Unfortunately, Pippen could.
Jordan from 17. He has 26. 3.3 points below his 29-3 average. And Worthy takes it hard to the hoop. Misses it. There was Pippen playing that tough defense again. He travels. No, they call the foul.
Now, that was a very, very tough shot opportunity. Magic can't believe that they called a foul on him that time. Pippen took that shot and, you know, almost shattered the glass. He really rifled that one up there.
105-98 Bulls. Pippen goes to the line with 26 and now 27 points in this game.
Turning for the Bulls, John Paxson replacing Dennis Hobson.
Paxson back into the ball game for Chicago. We were talking about Jordan and Magic Johnson, but Pippen tonight, 27.7 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. Pippen is going to be flirting with a triple-double himself. Could have a triple-double.
He has so much talent. He's blessed that he can do it all. He can play up front, he can play in the back, and lead and pass in the middle of the fast break.
Worthy misses on maybe an unwise shot selection. They're looking for Grant against Green. Jordan saw just a moment's hesitation and took it down to the hole. Stripped away from Grant. 4 on the shot clock. Jump ball.
We'll have a jump ball.
Worthy flirting with a technical.
Well, everyone is upset here. The Laker bench, all of the players who are involved. In order for it to be a jump ball, you must have your hand on the ball and the player come down on the floor. See, Mike Dunleavy, he's uptight right now because in the last 3 times down the floor, his team has ended up with a 4-shot opportunity.
Chicago wins the jump. They lead it by 9. 107-98. 5:13 remaining. Punched away from Jordan, who'll still control with 9 to shoot. Stacey King, tough angle, doesn't get it. Green gets the rebound. Lakers leading defensive rebounding team in the league, having trouble holding on to it down there. Chicago really pounding the board.
It's a big possession, and they've got to come up with something.
Well, that's almost money in the bank there when Worthy gets into the paint.
Now you're within striking distance. You're 7. Your confidence is up. You know, they were a little shaky there for a while.
Cartwright is going to be back into the game for Chicago in just a moment. Jordan, quick move inside, hit the bottom of the hoop, got his own basket and reverses it home.
He's been so impressive tonight. Anytime that he has missed a shot down inside of the dotted line, he's been able to get to the board and get that second opportunity, or at least keep it alive.
And remember how worried we were for him when he was 0 for 3 at the beginning of the game. Worthy in the paint again. He scores again down there and draws the foul for a 3-point opportunity now. The Lakers keep hanging around here with 4:05 remaining.
Yeah, I like Worthy on the move. He's been able to do some things with Pippen. Appreciate Michael Jordan here. Now watch. Now this is a tough shot. He gets hit. No call, but there he is. He gets right to that ball, and then he's right on top of the offensive basket.
How about knowing exactly where he was? He was under the basket. He even had the presence to lean out for the reverse. Worthy has LA's last 7 points, by the way. It's 109-103 Chicago. Looking for Cartwright down against Perkins. Didn't see it, so Jordan takes the shot and draws the foul. hard to beat Michael in his building. This program, authorized under broadcasting rights granted by the National Basketball Association, solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited. Jordan with 28 and 29, right at his average.
Well, it's just interesting. Early in the week, Michael was playing with the stomach flu. I asked him before the game. He says, "No, I feel great right now." But you know, here's a stat. In 14 games this year, when he has scored over 30 points, they are only 8 and 6. Now that is kind of interesting.
Thus, maybe the determination to get balanced scoring, which the Bulls have had tonight, and they do have a 7-point lead with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here at Chicago Stadium, and Phil Jackson got the timeout. We're talking about Los Angeles backcourt production problems. They certainly run into backcourt productions after you get past Magic Johnson and Byron Scott.
Now, just look at the shooting percentages on the right. That's what they are shooting from the backcourt. And you see that Drew at 42 and Teagle at 39 plus, which is right around 40%. Now, this is your bench that you're looking for guys to come in. Now, if you notice, all of their percentages are down. Now, you say, why? Well, one of the reasons is they are not out in the open floor giving you showtime fast break basketball. Now, you can't say it's not because of the rebounding, because they're leading the league in defensive rebounding. But they are last in this league in forced turnovers, and they are 25th in this league in shot blocking. 2 other ways of getting out on the break. So naturally, when you're out on the break, your guards are going to get easy layups.
Magic Johnson looking down for Perkins. Those long arms saved that pass. 8 seconds to shoot. Perkins trying to get it over Cartwright. Tough bucket. Grant kept it alive. The Bulls come back.
See, that was a good move by Chicago, switching Cartwright on Perkins. So he bodied him up that time and forced him to shoot over Billy at 7'1".
Now Chicago can be a little more patient. Byron Scott slapped it as Michael stepped into the lane. Byron really struggling from the floor tonight, too. He's only 4 out of 12. Of course, he's been spending a lot of his concentration on defending Jordan.
It's amazing what that will do to you.
How that works.
That's right.
Bulls by 8 points with 3:13 remaining.
From the 6-minute mark in this quarter to where we are right now with 3:13, Michael Jordan wants the basketball and is determined to beat Scott off the dribble and get inside that foul line.
Here's a situation last year where the Lakers, despite his declining defensive abilities, could have gone to somebody like Cooper, who did play Jordan pretty well. There's just no such animal on the Laker team this year. Of course, a lot of teams have that problem with nobody to defense Jordan. Bulls by 10. Just under 3 minutes to go. Worthy. Johnson wanted the 3. Thought about it too long. Does come away with the ball. Mahalik says timeout. We'll discuss this in just a moment. We'll be right back to Chicago Stadium. The argument was about over or back, but Paul Mahalik went to the scorer's table and said actually it was a 24-second violation. Now, we talked about Magic Johnson. He's in his 12th year in the NBA, and you keep reading, is he slowing down? Here's what he had to say about that question.
You know, anybody in this league will take my stats and be happy with them. So I'm not worried about it. That's coming from a lot of people who not out here want to play against me, that's for sure. And so I'm just going on. Anytime that I feel I'm not effective, then I'll move out. But I'll take 20 points, 13 assists, 7 rebounds. So when somebody else is doing better than that, then you let me know.
I'd say that was a challenging question. Magic only 1 rebound away from a triple-double here tonight.
Well, he has made the first team All-NBA team 8 consecutive seasons. He's been the MVP in the league 3 out of the last 4 years. If you want to attack him this year, you say, well, his shooting percentage is down, but it's down to 47%. His three-point shooting goes up tonight because he's made 4. Now, What's wrong with his game? I don't understand that.
I didn't say there was something wrong with his game. Some have said something is wrong with his game. He's certainly not pushing it up the floor with the intensity that did it at one time, but that's really reaching.
Well, that comes with age and a lot of mileage on those knees.
Paxson missing from the corner. Pippen, by the way, an assist and 2 rebounds away from a triple-double, and Jordan just needs an assist for his triple-double. Speaking of triple.
Tonight, it just seems that it is taking the Lakers a long time to get into what they want.
Perkins almost banked that one in, then Cartwright knocked him down. The Lakers just aren't going to get it done here tonight by all apparency. It's a Bulls 10-point lead with 2 minutes to go.
I'm surprised that they went for a 3 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock.
2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
In desperate need of that low post scoring threat. With 2 seconds on the shot clock, Michael misses the prayer of a three-pointer. Still time for the Lakers if they can score on this possession.
Oh, they've got to take advantage of this. No way can Paxson play tonight.
Out of bounds. It'll belong to the Lakers with 12 on the clock.
The Chicago Bulls are 5th in this league in shot blocking, something that very few people ever talk about them. They rotate tough defensively, and they've got 4 guys who do an excellent job in blocking shots.
Magic Johnson taking Michael Jordan to the hoop, but the foul before the pass with 5 on the shot clock. Chicago had a foul to give there, too. Only 14 fouls. Lakers have only 4 also. They'll be in the penalties after the next one.
That was a good foul by Michael Jordan because Magic definitely had him beaten, and also the pass would have led to a layup.
One more facet of Michael's game, thinking about even such things as team fouls at that point. Only one to take it. Out of bounds, 14 on the clock. Lakers ball. Still taking a long time to get anything going offensively.
And not only that, Bob, but nothing seems to be clean. You know what I'm saying? It's herky-jerky and into traffic.
Clearly. Worthy has to take it in by himself. He got that shot off at a bad angle. He missed it. Now a minute 10 to go, and the Bulls up by 10. I think they can start getting comfortable here. The crowd certainly is.
I see, this is a nice offense. They open the floor. They're passing and just cutting and running time. See, that's what they're doing. They're running the shot clock down. It's at 4 right now.
Jordan over the double team, passes to Cartwright, to Pippen. That will not count. They ran it all the way down with 47.8 seconds to go.
Now, Phil Jackson, he's a little uptight over there right now because the last 2 possessions, they did it. They ran the shot clock down to 24 seconds, but unfortunately in both they ended up with nothing.
47.8 seconds to go. Bulls by 10. Both teams right at their averages tonight. Chicago averaging 111.2 a game. They've got 113. Lakers 104.9. They're at 103. Coming up next, Fred Hickman and a storm inside the NBA. The Lakers have 7 games, Hubie, in which they have not scored over 100 points this year. Something unusual for Showtime's offense.
Well, when you think about it, that's 1/3 of their games that they have played. Now, last year, it only happened to them 9 times over an 82-game schedule, and already 7 times this year they're under 100. But once again, we said that's because of the lack of easy shot attempts. No forced turnovers, no blocked shots, no open floor attack.
Scott with his 4th foul as he grabs Michael Jordan. 23.2 remaining in this game, and the Bulls are going to get the victory. The Lakers will be glad to get off this road trip after the close victory in New York. The Lakers score only 79 in a loss to Cleveland, and come in here and where they haven't won since 1987, and now they're not going to get their victory in here this year either. And you saw 3.5 minutes since the Lakers were able to score there at the end of the game.
Chicago Bulls extremely tough in this building, and they have been over the last 3 seasons. But right now, they are feeling their roads, especially their first unit. It is an outstanding group. They're very tough defensively. They do an excellent job in the open floor. And then you have this guy on the line that you can always go to if you are hitting any kind of a lull, especially in the 4th quarter.
Well, Chicago's going to go to 16-9. Chicago trail Milwaukee by 2 coming into this game. Lakers will fall to 14-9. And they'll be 7 games behind Portland in the Pacific. Portland lost last night, by the way. Worthy can't get that one to go down either. Symbolic of the difficult time Worthy has had tonight with Pippen. Even though Worthy got 21 points, Scottie Pippen just did a great job of defensing him tonight. And that'll be the last attempt of this game. The Lakers did not score in the last 4 minutes and 5 seconds of this game and lose it 114 to 103. And let's go to Ernie Johnson Jr. in our studios in Atlanta.
All right, thank you very much, Bob Neal, back here in Atlanta. Over the Lakers when we come back.